There's Rocky. Well, I just got a message from the neighbor lady, and she came over and brought me Christmas dinner, which was very kind of her. But of course, I had to break down and eat something eventually, so I went ahead and I made a big pot of beefaroni with Parmesan cheese in it. And sure enough, like I said, I was afraid I'd ruin my appetite, and I did. Anyway, I ended up ruining my appetite, so it's over there in a bag there, but we'll have a look at it anyway, I guess. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to eat it right now. Maybe later or maybe tomorrow. One thing about that, I can always reheat it somehow tomorrow. There's Rocky. Yeah, I do be concerned about Rocky. I don't know, when I leave this place in the spring, depending on where I end up, I don't know what's going to happen with Rocky. I'm concerned about him. I'm concerned I might end up losing him. And that would be a heartbreaking thing. Somebody may decide to take him from me if I go to a campground. Or that, it may be too hard on him riding around in a truck all the time, you know. Plus, I'd have to take him on jobs with me, and if I do that, that raises a bunch of other problems and issues. Because I can't be turning him loose on other people's properties and stuff, and at the same time, I can't be keeping him in a cage either, because then people will figure that's cruel, and they'll want to intervene and put a stop to it. So I don't know yet, and it would be cruel. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm really concerned about it. Something that I've been thinking about since all this started, with me needing to leave here. So I'm just not sure what I'm going to do yet. Like I say, I don't know where I'm going to be yet. So of course it depends on the individual situation too. But yeah, it is something that crosses my mind quite a bit lately. Is how am I going to do it with Rocky? How am I going to be able to keep Rocky and not have people, and without him suffering, and without having people think he's suffering even if he isn't, and trying to take him from me because they think that I'm not caring for him right or whatever, you know. But yeah, anyway, I guess I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I'll know more about that circumstance when I'm actually in it, because I'll know where I am then, and I'll know what the situation is that I'll be dealing with better. But right now, I don't know. That's one of the reasons that I really don't like to be around other people, or to take help from other people, or to be too dependent on other people, is that even just being around other people, they generally think that they know better than you do how you should be doing things. And a lot of people, it's an ego thing with them. They feel the need to impose their way of doing things on you, even when you're not interfering with them. I mean, yeah, that's about it anyway. So I don't just know yet, and I know I've run up against this many times. It's almost like other people think they own you or something. It's a weird sort of a thing. I had a guy one time actually want to beat me up for not believing in psychology. I tell that story in another video. I actually had to threaten him with a big wrench to back him off because he was coming after me to beat me up. In a blind rage, because I don't believe in psychology. You know, I'm not a believer in the practice of psychology. So, anyway, and I mean, he was in a blind rage. Now, I mean, you may think what you want about me not believing in psychology. I have my reasons for that. But the bottom line is, it's my business. As long as I don't try to force other people not to believe in it, to share my belief, to share my beliefs or my lack of belief in it, then it's really nobody's business but mine, you know. And all it really means is that I would never participate in psychology. It doesn't mean that I'm actively out to get psychologists or to hurt anybody who participates in it. It's just that I choose not to. But anyway, the guy wanted to beat me up over that. And I've run up against stuff like that all my life, so I'm kind of leery of people for that reason and of getting too heavily involved with people, you know. Anyway, still, we'll see what happens. Just take it one day at a time, and hopefully I'll be able to get into a situation where Rocky will be safe and comfortable and I'll be able to care for him properly, and where people won't be giving me a hard time about it, you know, that's all. And that could happen. I don't know just how yet, and that's one of the things I need to figure out, is just how I can make that happen.